from McMillan Memorial Library in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, and I am here to do another one of our Let's Make Lunch shows. So on today's show, we have something that's pretty healthy, but also very tasty. We are going to be making a taco salad today. So it's a great dish. You can throw it together pretty quickly. And it's pretty versatile too. So depending on what you have in your house or the kinds of things that you like to eat, you can kind of make it however you'd like, really. So I'm going to give you the basics, and then you can take it from there and do whatever you want with it. Okay. So as far as taco salads go, to build a taco salad, you're going to want some sort of protein. So you could use pork, chicken, beef, shrimp, fish, beans, black beans, chickpeas. Any of those things would be great in a taco salad. And you just want to make sure you season those with some sort of Mexican type spices to make it a taco salad so it tastes like a taco, right? So tonight what I'm using is pork. I've got a pound of ground pork, and I really like a Mexican sausage called chorizo. And so I've got some spices here that is going to make this pork into chorizo. So that's what we're going to be making tonight. If you don't want to mess with these, if you just want to, get dinner on the table quick or lunch on the table quick, you can always use your handy dandy taco seasoning mix. Always a good standby. I use it all the time. But tonight I really wanted to try something different and do a chorizo recipe. We're also going to, of course, have the salad part of our taco salad. I've got a mixture of greens here in our bowl. I like to change it up. I like to use like the spring mix, which has like arugula and things like that in it. And then I also have some romaine in there, and I also have some spinach, because spinach I really like and it's super good for you. We also have a little bit of onion that I diced up. I don't find that I need a lot of onion in my taco salad. Onion kind of overpowers things sometimes, but I do like a little bit. I also have diced up some yellow bell pepper. If you want to put in other vegetables, absolutely go ahead. Tomatoes didn't look very good at the store, so I didn't get those. Sometimes I'll put those in. So just make it however you'd like. I've also got some tortilla chips. This is the bottom of the bag tortilla chips. They're the best for this because you're going to crunch them up anyway. And then I've got some shredded sharp cheddar cheese. I like to put a little bit of salsa in my taco salad. And I'm also going to, as kind of a dressing today, I'm going to make a lime cilantro crema. And I'm going to show you how that is made in just a little bit. You can also add in other things. Sometimes I put jalapeno slices on, the pickled ones, because I really like those. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do, go for it. All right. So what we're going to do first, we're going to get started with the pork because that needs to cook. So I'm going to go through my ingredients as I dump them into my bowl. The ingredient list for the chorizo will also be in the description of the video. So please go to that if you want to make sure you get the right amounts and things. So we're going to start with 2 tablespoons of plain white vinegar. Just put that in. We've got a tablespoon of regular chili powder. We've got 3 tablespoons of paprika. I just used the plain paprika that you get, like kind of the generic paprika. You could use smoked paprika if you would like. That would add a really smoky flavor to this. I chose not to tonight. We also have a tablespoon of ancho chili pepper. So ancho is a type of chili that is grown in Mexico, and it has a little bit different flavor. It's a little bit richer than your regular chili powder. If you can't find this, that's not a problem. Just put an extra tablespoon of regular chili powder in, and that is not a problem. Then I also have some cumin. I think this is about a half tablespoon. It will, like I said, the amounts will be in the description. I'm not entirely sure on amounts on some of these. And then in this bowl, we've got a bunch of different things going on. I've got some oregano. I believe that is a teaspoon of oregano. We've got a teaspoon of ground coriander. We've got a little bit of salt. We've got 2 minced garlic cloves and a pinch of cinnamon and a pinch of cloves, which you may think is a little bit weird in a taco dish, but trust me, it works. So we're going to add all of those things in, and then we're going to give this a stir. And like usual, I'll probably end up with my hands in there because that's usually what happens. But maybe not. Maybe I can stir this up enough. So this is just one recipe you can use. Like I said, there are so many ways to do this. If you're using black beans, I would take your black beans, rinse them, drain them, rinse them, drain them again, and then I would mix them with some seasonings that are kind of similar to these. Some chili powder or just plain old taco seasoning, that's fine too. And you just want to make sure that you're getting everything coated in this delicious spice mix. This smells incredible. I put the spices together a little while ago and the whole kitchen just smells so yummy. It smells like a restaurant in here. So we're just gonna make sure that pork is coated pretty well. You don't wanna get a spot where there's no seasoning. That's no good. All right, so we are doing pretty good here. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cook our pork basically. So I've got a frying pan on the stove, and what I'm gonna do is I am going to switch that on to like a medium heat, and I'm just gonna cook this all the way through till there is no pink and the pork is completely cooked. You don't want undercooked pork. That's not very good. So we're gonna cook this all the way through, and we will be back to check on it in a few minutes. Our pork has been cooking in our frying pan, and it is nicely done. You can see the redness of the spices in there. So I made sure I broke it up pretty nicely. I've got this little tool that I use to break up ground meat, and so it looks like it's ground up pretty well in my pan, and it is fully cooked. So I'm going to take this off the heat for now, and then we're going to finish assembling the rest of the salad. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make our crema. So there is a specific type of Mexican product that you can get in the grocery store, and it is basically called crema, I believe. It's kind of like a really watered down sour cream. So basically I'm going to make my own by using sour cream, and I'm going to add a little bit of milk. So I've got about between a half and a 3/4 cup of sour cream and just a couple of tablespoons of milk. You don't want it super watery. I don't even know if I'll use all of that. I'm just going to kind of pour a little bit in at a time. I'll show you kind of the consistency you want is kind of like a ranch dressing. So you want it pourable, but you don't want it so thin that it's not coating your salad. So those are 2 of the ingredients. And then I also have, I've chopped up some cilantro, fresh cilantro, and I've got a lime that I've cut in half. All right, so let's talk about cilantro for a second. If you have not had cilantro before, I encourage you to try it. It is one of those things that either you like or you don't. There's not much middle ground. So apparently, scientists have found that some people in society, some people in the world, have a genetic aversion. They do not like, they have like genetically, they just can't eat cilantro. So when I eat cilantro, I taste an incredible fresh, fragrant taste. But when other people who have this genetic predisposition eat cilantro, they say it tastes like soap, which isn't very tasty. So please try cilantro and see if you're one of those people who really likes cilantro or who thinks it tastes like soap. If you think it tastes like soap, then you probably want to skip this part of the recipe. But I really like it, so I'm going to add it. So we're going to add a little bit of our milk to our sour cream. You can always add more, but you can't take it out. So we're going to add that in, give it a good stir, kind of see what kind of consistency I have. Make sure it's stirred in well, not hanging out along the edge. I think I want it a little bit more, like, as they say in the cooking business, I need it a little looser. So that looks pretty good. Let's stir it a little bit better. We might actually need a little bit more. Let's see. It's pretty good. I'm just going to add a touch more. Whoops. Kind of gets away from me sometimes. All right. So that looks pretty good. Make sure we get it all in there. It likes to hang out around the sides, so you want to make sure it gets all the way through. But that looks like a perfect consistency. They're right there. It kind of drops off the spoon nicely. And then we're just going to add all of our cilantro. I like a lot of cilantro. You may not. Add whatever you feel is good for you. But I'm going to add mine because I really, really like it. All right. So we've got that. And we're going to add a bit of lime. So I'm going to squeeze. I'll probably only squeeze half of this lime in. I don't want it to be too limey. You don't want that lime to overpower everything. So we're just going to squeeze in. That lime is going everywhere. We're going to squeeze in the juice of half a lime. These are pretty small limes. If you had a bigger lime, you may not even want to squeeze all the juice out of it. The last set of limes I had were huge. All right, so we're just going to mix all that together. And the lime will make it a little bit more runny as well. So it's not adding a lot of lime juice, but enough just to kind of loosen it up even more. So there we have our very delicious smelling cilantro lime crema. So I am going to start putting these salads together. So we're going to take some of our salad mix, and I'm making 2 salads tonight. So we're going to put a good amount of salad onto each of our plates. We really like salad in this house. So we add a lot. For me, the salad is kind of the main ingredient, the greens. So yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot, but it's not too bad. All right, and then we're just gonna build this. So I've got my peppers, and you add whatever amount you want. If you really like peppers, put a ton on there if you want. Doesn't matter. It's yours. You can do what you want. All right, so we've got our peppers on. I'm gonna add some onion. Like I said before, onion is a little overpowering, so I don't add too much, but I will put a little bit on there. I do like the flavor of onion. Another thing you could do, and I really haven't done this in a while, you could do, you could make pickled red onion. That is very, very good on this. And basically pickled red onion, you slice a red onion very thinly, and then you heat up some vinegar and some sugar until the sugar dissolves, and then you put that into a jar together, and they just hang out in your fridge, and they'll stay for about a week or so. And it's really good on tacos and stuff like that. So All right, we're gonna add our cheese. Don't skimp on the cheese. This is Wisconsin. All right. Add all our cheese on there. We're going to add some tortilla chips. Whoops. Those tortilla chips tend to get away from me a little bit. And we can't forget our chorizo, right? Whoops. So our chorizo is just hanging out over here, waiting for its big moment. And again, put as much as you want on. If you like it super meaty, put a bunch on. If you don't like it, cameraman's like, I like it super meaty. Put more meat. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you wanted to do some chorizo and some beans, you could totally do that. It is really just whatever you feel like at the moment. So we're going to put that on, and then we are going to finish it with, let's finish it with some salsa first. Any type of salsa you like. If you like it super chunky, or if you like it smooth, hot, not hot, however you like it. We're just going to dump a bunch on there. There we are. And then we're going to finish it with our crema that we made. If you don't want to put the lime and the cilantro in, you could certainly just make this with sour cream and a little milk. It still is a very tasty dressing for a taco salad. So we're just going to drizzle that on. And we have got a couple of really nice taco salads for us to eat. Yummy. All right, so that is it for today's Let's Make Lunch. I really do hope you enjoy your taco salads, however you decide to make them. And we will be back in a couple of weeks with another Let's Make Lunch. Bye.